always amazed. Even I live here since 7 years.
I know. This really never gets old, huh?
Philippines are quite good in English.
Yeah, knowing English here is a huge plus.
Yeah. Short walk away.
Everything here is just a short walk away. You know, both of us have been living in this neighborhood for years already, but walking through High Street and some other places here in Bonifacio Global City, it really never gets old. It's always something new and exciting to see. Even just people watching is interesting because there's so many different characters that pass through here. It's almost like being in Times Square.
With this 3D screen now, it's really amazing.
Yeah, have you seen the opening ceremony when they first unveiled it? That was pretty exciting. There was a massive party over here. I actually made a video about it. There was a stage performance. The mayor of Taguig was here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a big deal.
May outfit you see?
No, Taguig.
That was what is it? The question to test you.
And then they got a second one.
Yeah.
One thing that is so much better here than in Times Square is the safety and the cleanliness.
Yes.
Well,
okay,
alright.
we arrived at one of my favorite restaurants.
One of my favorite restaurants.
Brotzeit. It's time for bread.
Yeah.
In English.
Brot is bread, Zeit is time. Hello, good afternoon. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. Actually, I've been here before a few times. This is actually where I met Juergen. Juergen and I are going to be hanging out over here and going to be grabbing some beers.
Okay, let's start.
Prost. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Time-Lapse Traveler. This time I'm here with my friend Juergen. Actually, pretty much my only expat friend living in the Philippines. And he's also a neighbor of mine living here in BGC, very close by. I decided to meet up with him here today to make a video with him talking about our shared experiences of being expats living here in the Philippines. We both have European roots. He's, of course, a German from Germany. I am originally from Ukraine, but I grew up in the United States. And we both have been living here in the Philippines for a number of years, both living in BGC. And I thought, where else would it be a better place to meet than right here in Brotzeit?
Actually, this was the place you were sitting and I was sitting here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And you were looking for the waiter and she didn't see you and I stopped her.
Oh, thank you
and
for
then
that.
it started with our talking.
That's how we started.
So be nice, you will meet nice people.
Speaking of which, the Philippines is filled with really nice people. One of the major things that attracted us here. So, Juergen, since you're not really new to my channel, you've been featured in one of my videos, in fact, in a restaurant very close by, a hotel bar.
I'm German, I need some liquid bread, how we call it.
Liquid bread, well, in the US we call it liquid courage. Prost. Prost. That's how you say it in German, right?
Yeah, Prost.
Prost. I'm also a big fan of German beer, German culture, and German people. I actually visited Germany twice in my life before. I mentioned that in a video that I shot actually in this restaurant, Brotzeit, for my birthday. This was a couple of years ago. I was here with my wife, Christina, and a friend of mine, Cholo. And I was talking about my experiences of traveling through southern Germany. We took a road trip from Munich in Bavaria to the western part of Germany and to France, up into Cologne, and then into Amsterdam, Netherlands. Dropped the car off over there, hung out for another few days, and then flew back. But you know, that's a different story altogether. Here we're here to talk about our lives here in the Philippines. So you were featured in my video before, but my viewers really never got to know much about you. So how about you tell us something about yourself?
Yeah, in your last video I didn't have this chance. It was not about me.
Right.
So now I just want to say briefly, I'm German, obviously. I grew up in Germany and I worked for a real estate company for more than 20 years. And then I got a new job opportunity in a software company, actually the biggest software company for enterprises in Europe, SAP.
Yeah, it's a big one.
And I was with this company for 21 years, but I cannot say I worked 21 years.
Oh, like on and off?
Because after 16 years they offered me to stop working and still stay on the payroll for some years.
Nice, early
It's an
retirement.
offer you cannot decline.
Sure.
And then I had the opportunity to restart my life, which I really like. Restart, you know, after restart everything is working fine.
After you do, yeah, when you turn the computer off and on again, everything
Yes.
works better.
And
smoother.
that's what I did. And then I chose the Philippines. And in my time, I worked for the software company. I was consultant. I had projects all over the world, including Philippines. And I was also in Australia, New Zealand, in South Africa.
Wow, you got to travel.
Nearly everywhere, not South America. So I really saw the world. But also before I joined the company, I did 2 times long travel, far travel to Australia, 6 weeks each time with a backpack.
Wow.
And I traveled
That's fun.
7,000 kilometers each time with a bus.
Wow.
So that was
Okay.
really a great experience. Just went alone, but you know, when you go alone, you are never alone.
Sure.
You meet always a lot of travelers, and I was staying in backpackers, and then you get always very good information about the country, about where to go next, because these backpackers are really great. People arrive from the spots you want to see, and they want to talk about their experiences, and you want to get the information. So it's a perfect combination to stay in backpackers. You cook your dinner, and then someone cooks beside you. You talk. I really had a very great time. It was in 1988 and in 1990. So I really saw a lot. So that's why here I'm quite happy to explore more in the Philippines.
Yeah.
I'm a very curious person, and life is never boring for me, and especially in the Philippines, it's really...
Yeah. Now you get to enjoy your life in the Philippines, which, by the way, that's the name of your YouTube channel.
Yes, exactly. I have a YouTube channel thanks to Dimitri. After we met, we talked about his channel, and yeah, without him I would not have a channel. I would not dare to learn all these things, and they helped me a lot, and I really enjoyed to learn this all this stuff, this software, and buy this stuff you need. It was really a boost in my life to have a new goal and things I focus on. And actually videos was always for me, yeah, not a miracle, but I thought, it's too much work, and I always took only pictures. But now I'm really happy and a little bit proud. Hey, I can make videos. It's really great.
Yeah, the sense of accomplishment that you get after you have a successful project that you can feel good about after putting it together. It's a really good feeling.
Yeah.
So guys, definitely do check out the channel called Enjoy Life in the Philippines. Juergen and his girlfriend Gladys, they've been traveling around different parts of the Philippines, going on motorcycle rides and going to like a beach resort and seeing your family. It's a really great time. You definitely got to check out his channel. It's still an up-and-coming channel. He actually uses the same camera that I use for most of my videos, especially what I used to use before, the Insta360 1R. He got that idea from me as well. And yeah, he makes some really cool videos. I definitely recommend you guys check it out.
To find my channel, you can search in YouTube with one word, Juergen from Germany. Then you will find me.
And also there's going to be a link to his channel in the description and on the top right hand corner of this video. Right here. So do check it out. So of all the places that you visited, like what are some of your favorite places that you've been to?
Yeah. To mention one, I just talked about Australia was really, I was really fan. I'm kind of still fan of Australia, but I was there, I have seen there so much and did so many things. Australia was really a good experience. My first project abroad was in South Africa, Johannesburg.
Johannesburg, the capital, okay.
Again, dangerous city, but I'm not scared.
Okay.
I went to the most dangerous places,
Really?
but with good company.
Oh, I see, okay. It's too bad you weren't into vlogging back then, though. Imagine the kind of
Yeah,
videos you would have made.
yes, I could have videos you cannot imagine. I had a very great time. I really enjoyed it. The next year, even, I had a project in the Caribbean,
Okay.
in Aruba,
Aruba, okay.
a small island,
Yeah.
and there's only one topic. In this island, it's all about vacation and beaches,
Sure, yeah. of
and
course.
I had to work there.
Oh no. But you can enjoy
And-
yourself much?
And more to that, when I started to go there, it was carnival.
Oh wow.
Carnival in the Caribbean.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
Parades nearly every day,
Oh my
and
God.
night parades. It was amazing, and I met a lot of people there. It was really I'm still in very close contact.
I was going
three
to
or
ask,
four.
yeah, if you still stay in touch with any of the people that you met
Yeah,
during
actually,
your travels.
I never forget good people.
Wow.
I still in the South African project. I met an Indian guy, and we are very close, and we are still in close contact, and from Aruba. So these were maybe the nicest places. But also I had a very good time in India. I gave training in Bangalore for
Okay.
1 week, and while other colleagues complained about the climate and dirt or food or whatever, from start on, I had a very, very great time.
Nice.
And I really enjoyed.
I actually have been to India as well. I was there with my friends.
Which city?
In New Delhi, Agra, Mumbai, and Goa.
Okay.
Mostly in Mumbai though, because I have a good close friend of mine, Mikhail. He actually he went to college with me in Brooklyn College.
How long did you stay there?
Okay, 2 to 3 weeks. It was back in 2007. Yeah, it was a while ago. I feel so bad that I barely took any videos back then. Some photos with my really crappy digital camera, like a Casio 7-megapixel camera. I was actually in the Taj Mahal with 2 of my friends, and my best friend Igor. Shout out to Igor, by the way. There's not a single picture of him with the Taj Mahal. That's so messed up. I mean, imagine being at the Taj Mahal, one of the most famous landmarks in the world.
It means you had a good time. You didn't think about pictures.
No, we did. We took a bunch of photos. The thing is, he was the one taking the photos.
You didn't get them later.
He's the one who took the photos of me and the other friend, but nobody took a photo of him. And that was actually everybody's fault. Everybody involved. And then when we were already on the plane, I still remember that he was looking through the photos, and then he said, "Oh shit." That was a single photo.
It happened. Yeah. So these were my favorite countries, actually, when I traveled. But I also was.
I have to catch up. Oh my God! Look at this.
Yeah, you see the difference between a German and other people.
Yeah. I need to be a good interviewer. I cannot be wasted here. He can drink all he wants. It's gonna make him talk more.
Yeah.
For me, I need to make
Probably.
sense when I'm asking questions.
I really like to explore the world, but now I'm really happy to be here. And Philippines is kind of enough for me. Maybe in the future I also go to other countries, but I'm not very, very eager.
Well, besides Philippines and India, have you been to any other Asian countries?
I actually had a project in Shanghai for 2 years. I lived 2 years in Shanghai.
2 years, huh?
Others? Yeah, in Thailand I spent vacation 2 times, I think.
Thailand is actually a country that a lot of people compare to the Philippines in a few different ways, with the pleasantness of the environment, the climate, cost of living. There are a lot of similarities generally. The food, though, how do you feel about the food in Thailand?
The food is great.
Yeah.
The food is really, really
No two ways about
great.
it. Yeah.
Really great.
All right, we need to get a little break. Juergen here needs a refill.
Yeah.
And cut.
Okay.
And we're back. Yeah, we got a refill of our beers. This time we're drinking Paulaner.
I'm still not sure what's better, the Weinsteiner or the Paulaner. Both are kind of good.
You're right, they have a very different taste.
Yeah, it's a bit different. Yeah.
But they're both really smooth and just really a good example of why German beer is the best beer.
Actually, we have hundreds of, maybe more than thousands of different types of beer.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of breweries everywhere. Like the one you had your video about, no? There was a brewery, and we have in every little town we have breweries.
That's one thing that's really missing here in the Philippines. The Filipinos, unfortunately, are not really into microbrews like that.
Yeah,
They basically just drink, San Miguel.
when you are
that's
in
pretty much
Manila
it.
or near here, it's better. But if you are anywhere in the province far, they will not have breweries.
Yeah, that's a shame. But hopefully, this new trend is going to be expanding to other parts of the country because it's good business. It's good for expanding cultural influence. It's good for socializing. It's a nice healthy drink. You've traveled to a whole bunch of different places, but what made you choose to actually stay here in the Philippines? Like, you need to really fall in love with the country in order to choose this to be your home.
It was a step by step. First,
Okay.
why I came here first was really a coincidence. Actually, on my first travel to Australia, I booked a flight with Singapore Airlines. And when they raised the price, I changed to Philippine Airlines and I had a stopover in Manila with a night in Manila. I met someone who offered me to stay with friends, with a family. It was really, really great.
So
On my flight back, someone else
really,
also
wow, you're so
invited
lucky
me
with
to
finding
stay with
friends.
the Philippines are really friendly. It was a good start, a good experience, and then later I traveled here and explored more and got to know the country better. And so that was kind of the basis. And when my company uh, made this offer that I can stop working, my whole life was totally open. I can do anything. So I thought about where, and Philippines, I already have a good impression and knowledge how the life is. That was my start to decide to live here.
But what are the things that attracted you the most? Like the things that really stand out as like the biggest things that makes this such an attractive country to live in?
Actually, when you live in Germany and you have this very long winter,
Oh yeah.
you really desire sunlight, heat, and you have no beaches and palms. So this is
Yeah.
like this
Yeah.
tropical environment is like heaven. Thank you.
Pretzels are here. All right.
Ah, that fits to the German beer. Mm. Ah, I like food.
Yeah, he's a foodie, this guy.
Mm. Really good.
Wow, it's that good, really.
That's good.
You're
it fits
making me
to the
jealous
beer.
now.
The biggest reason was the climate.
That's number one. Okay.
And then the next is the practical reasons. In the Philippines, with the language, it's a second very, very strong reason to live
Right.
here.
Yeah, that's a big one. On top of speaking English, but also being pleasant to communicate with, that I think is also a really big reason. Wouldn't you agree? The fact that most people here speak English, also the quality of the people that are here. Most people, pretty much anybody would agree that the people here are really friendly, polite, kind, warm-hearted. There's so many good qualities that can be said about the Filipino people.
It's a big topic about
Yeah,
social
that
life
is. That's true.
in the
Yeah.
Philippines. How they are between themselves, how they react with foreigners.
Yeah.
That's a very, very big topic. Really, exactly what you said, very warm-hearted.
Yeah.
But there are many other aspects which are not right or wrong,
Just different.
but
Just
different.
yeah.
Like, I think it comes from that many people live together in big cities or in communities, in families, like from children to grandparents. They cannot act like people who live for their own or just a couple. When you live in a big community, you must behave differently.
Sure. Yeah.
And so they often don't say things very clearly, very strongly. They don't shout usually. They are always considering about what other people think about them.
Yeah.
They don't want to hurt other people. They always consider what other people might feel when they say this.
Sure.
So that's very, very different. And as a foreigner, you can easily say something they feel bad. And it's not, as I said, not right or wrong. In your culture, it's just normal. I looked it up today in internet.
How many is it?
17.
Oh wow, I was way off.
And about 15 million people. NCR, National Capital
Region.
out of 17 cities. One of the cities is Manila City.
It's the most populated part of Metro Manila.
So when you say Manila, you don't know is it Manila City or
That could be a little confusing sometimes.
metropolitan
Right.
Manila.
Yeah, that's why I never really say Manila. I say Metro Manila.
Quezon City is the biggest city. It's really an issue if you need to commute the traffic.
Yeah. Oh, traffic is a big deal over here for sure. How do you deal with the traffic? Because you do commute here, right?
From my time in Shanghai, that electric vehicle is really the best. Electric motorcycle.
Yeah. You should check out my playlist, by the way, for electric scooters. Yeah. Go on.
So the electric in China, they ride a lot electric.
Yeah. I know that China is actually the leader in electric vehicle production. It's kind of crazy. China right now produces more electric vehicles than any other country, than every other country in the world combined by far. Nobody even
Yeah,
comes close.
they started earlier and
Yeah.
they make more, so they are really experienced with that.
They realize it's the future.
And so when I came here, I didn't have a Philippine driver license, and the foreign one is valid only for some time. I don't know, 6 weeks or so after you arrive. You can use your foreign driver license.
Yeah,
but
which is pretty
still,
awesome.
It's in your language, yeah. So I'm not sure if you show it to a traffic enforcer
Well,
whether it works.
I've actually been using my own New York State driver's license that I showed to traffic enforcers here,
And
it works. Yeah, it's fine. They accept it.
it can be that if they don't understand, it works because they don't know what to do.
Well, I mean, it's written in English, and traffic enforcers speak English.
Because yours is
English,
English.
yeah.
Mine is German. You see,
Mine is English.
That's the difference.
Exactly, mine is from New
I
York
don't know
State.
what they would say with a German one, but anyway.
It works.
So when I came here, the first thing was the very first thing I looked for electric vehicle.
Okay.
Not the scooter you have, but really like a little motorcycle where you
Oh, okay,
can
yeah.
ride with two people and quite fast, nearly 50 kilometer per hour,
That's pretty good.
and a range of 50 kilometer. Before, I always took taxi, or now we have Grab here. Before, at this time, there was Uber. When I went there by taxi, it took me 40 to 50 minutes,
Really
and I
annoying.
thought it's far. When I had my electric bike, I need 10 minutes.
Wow,
I said,
what a difference.
Hey, it's so close. So, and also sometimes you are even declined. You ask a taxi driver on the street. I mean, he puts down the window. He asks where you're going, and you tell him where you want to go, and then he just drives away.
That's
And you
annoying.
feel like shit.
Yeah.
I really hate this. And you're always dependent. And when you order by Grab or Uber at this time, they sometimes don't find your place. They are already close. You see in the app that they are nearby, or you even see them, and then they drive away and they say, "I didn't see you." It's really so annoying. So that was a big improvement to have the electric vehicle. In March 2017, I got a small bike, motorcycle, 155 cc, and this is great for getting around the city. I still use it, and it's still great. Since 2017, I have it. It's a Yamaha NMAX, and it's really the best thing to get around.
Not even 2 weeks after moving to the Philippines 5 years ago. In fact, February 24th is going to be the 5-year anniversary for me living here in the Philippines with my wife. So, like, less than 2 weeks later, I got my Xiaomi electric scooter for 19,000 pesos, and I still have it to this day, actually.
The advantage of this electric scooter is you can fold it, right?
Yeah.
And you can take it somewhere and you can charge it. Like
Yeah.
you stop over at the restaurant, you take it with you.
Yeah,
This
I've done
is
that.
My bike, I cannot.
That's true.
For your life, for your area where you're going, it's great.
Yeah, like I can get from the heart of BGC to Makati City, Makati Medical Center, for example, in 15 minutes. For a scooter that size, that small, that price, and go
And
round trip.
you know what the nice thing is about electric vehicle? You don't have a plate number.
Yeah, that's true. I love
That
that.
means you cannot get a fine.
But how about a car? Did you ever consider buying a car here in the Philippines?
Yeah, actually, one important thing to mention is that with this vehicle, with the NMAX 155cc, you cannot drive expressway.
Oh yeah. That's
So
true.
my next bike was a big bike, 530cc
okay.
Yamaha T-Max, and with that you can go on expressway.
Okay.
There are a lot of expressways around Manila, and it helps a lot. Like if you go to Baguio City, which is in the north, it's like with a bike 4 hours with an expressway, and with a small one you need 8 hours.
Oh, my prize are here. Cool. Thank you very much.
I'm the tester that to make sure that it's not poisoned.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
I
So
think I need another test.
you didn't get a full appreciation for it yet. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I think you are safe, but to be very sure, I need one more.
That's
okay.
fine. Go for it.
No plan.
Yeah.
Funny, the motorcycle clubs here, they are by model. not
Really?
only by brand.
Really?
So they have an NMAX club, they have a T-Max club,
Wow.
they have an Aerox club, which is also Yamaha, and whatever. Even there is Vespa club.
Vespas.
I
Becoming
mean,
more popular here. That's so cool.
that you sit in a restaurant and then like 30, 40 people on Vespa come. So I was member in the NMAX club and member in 2 T-Max clubs. I had a great time, but it changed over the time. Also, COVID changed a lot.
Yeah.
The thing I like most is to drive with my girlfriend Gladys to beaches like 1, 2 hours from here,
Okay.
and we just enjoy and go home, or we do overnight. The the farthest where we have been was 100 Islands.
Oh, okay.
I could make it in 4 hours.
Pangasinan, right?
Pangasinan, right? And it was great. But back to your question, the next would be a car. I didn't really miss a car ever.
Did you have a car back in Germany?
I always had a car since I was 21.
Wow, okay.
So I always had a car, and it's really strange. I don't have a car since I'm here, 7 years, and I never missed it. When I really need a
Same
car,
here,
I take
in a
a
way.
taxi. And by the way, it's cheaper than to have a car and
So
use
much
it
cheaper,
once
it's
a
crazy,
month.
yeah.
So I really don't need a car, and I don't work, so I don't need to get somewhere, and I can avoid traffic. It's a big bike to go to nice places to explore. It's exciting
Yeah.
at the beginning or for some time. But now I realize that the inconvenience of driving is getting more and the explorer feeling gets less.
I see, I see.
Inconvenience is you have to leave at 5 or 6, means getting up at 4 a.m.
Ooh.
Otherwise, it's very hot and traffic.
Yeah.
And when you go back, you are still in this traffic when you go back.
And no air conditioning with a motorcycle.
Not much.
Yeah, not
only
much.
the wind.
Yeah.
So it's and also my bike, my big bike is very heavy and it's very. The seat is quite high. I can only tiptoe. So
Oh.
driving is very fine.
Yeah.
But when I drive very slowly or stand and have, it's like driving a tank or a big boat.
Right, okay.
You always have to think and to watch the road, and it's not so convenient. So I really consider now to get a car.
Okay.
And then there are other places which I haven't been yet. 6, 7 hours north and south. Luzon is very long island. So we are in Manila. We are quite in the middle, and it's like 500 kilometer north, maybe 700, and south. To Kigarao, where my girlfriend comes from, where her family lives, is 500 kilometer north. This was the farthest I have ever been with a big bike.
Wow.
And I made it in 8 hours.
Wow.
And
Okay.
usually you take 10 to 12 with the car. Still not the north tip of Luzon. So I would like to go with the car very north. And when you are at the very north end, there are very nice islands.
At the
And
very
from
tip,
there
yeah.
you can, yes, I really like to do that with the car.
So speaking of different places, like what are your favorite places that you visited here in the Philippines?
A few moments later.
In Davao, there is an island, Samal Island.
All the way south.
Yeah, very south.
Okay.
I was there several times. That's really nice.
Okay.
It's a very big island. There are a lot of things you can do. When you go south, Batangas Port, there is a ferry. You can go to Mindoro Island. There are nice beaches. And then 100 Islands in Pangasinan.
That's a beautiful place, yeah.
It's very, very nice. You can do this island hopping.
Yeah. No, I went there with my wife actually for her birthday last year in November.
Did you do the island hopping?
Well, we went to a couple of islands, yeah, but we mostly stayed on one because since my wife has a neurological condition, it's difficult to be very mobile with her. To jump around to different places is kind of a complicated thing. But yeah, we had a chance to at least visit there, and it was really beautiful. Such an amazing place.
You know, the Philippines consists of more than 7,000 islands.
Right.
It's like kind of unlimited.
Yeah.
What you can do. The people here, when they have a good job, they still own for our mind, for our currency, not much. Even they're still not rich, They show you pictures of places. I want to go there.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. And when I'm often at home, I'm really a homey person, and I like to have everything fine at home. I enjoy it home. But when I see these pictures, I really think, hey, why I'm here? I should go there.
That's true, yeah.
They
There are
can
so
do
many
it.
places around, yeah.
Another place is Camarines Sur and Camarines Norte.
Okay.
It's like 10 hours south from here with a bus, and there are a lot of islands. And one time I was there, it was booked by a friend
You went by
via
bus?
Facebook. Huh?
You went there by bus?
Yeah, we went there by bus,
Wow.
10 hours, like the van, and then, or
Okay.
maybe 8 hours. You depart like 2 a.m. in the morning, and then you arrive early morning
That's
there.
morning?
Yeah,
That's
it's
not
really
morning.
all here in this country when it's so hot and traffic. You really have to be early,
Yeah.
and not only early, really in the night, middle of the night.
That's what it is, yeah.
Yeah. There was the island, Parola Island,
Okay.
and there was nothing, just sand and coconut trees. So we brought our tent, we brought our food, we have barbecue, we have open fire. It was really great experience. It was really great.
Nice, that's really cool.
These are the nicest places.
People know Palawan, you know, Coron. In Palawan, they know Bohol, Boracay, places like that. But there are places that, you know, like a lot of people don't really. The most amazing place that I've ever been to, for example, with my wife Chris, was this island of Sikihor, which is right next to the city of Dumaguete. One of the most beautiful places I've ever been to in my whole life. The waterfalls that they have over there, especially the Kambugahay Falls, I'll never forget that. It's one of the most breathtaking places that I've ever been to in my life, and
There are many
It's
breathtaking
incredible.
places. It's
Yeah.
really every time I see these videos or pictures,
Yeah.
I hate myself to be at home. Oh, it's spicy.
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
When you mention Indian spicy,
Yeah.
when I just arrived as a consultant to give training for a week,
Yeah.
on the first night when I just arrived in the afternoon, I went to a restaurant and had spicy food. I made a mistake. First, I ordered instead of half liter, I ordered a liter.
Wow, that's
And
brave.
second, it was happy hour, and they give me 2 liter at the same time. But I'm German.
2 liters of beer. Oh my
At the
god.
same time.
Wow.
But I managed,
You managed, yeah.
and when I got back to my hotel,
You were able to get back?
I was able. And then when I was at the lift, I remembered the guy said the pool area is closed, and I went there, and it was the Indian community,
Yeah.
not the poorest people, and they had a really very nice pool and time and open bar, and they were smoking shisha. When they saw me,
Yeah.
you know, as a foreigner, you're often very appreciated in many countries, also in the Philippines.
Yeah.
When they saw me, and it was a world championship in Germany, soccer.
Oh wow. Football.
Yeah, football, and they really like to talk with me, and they, you're from Germany, they were so happy, and I had all free
Wow.
additionally to my 2 liter.
Wow.
God, don't
Kingfisher, yeah.
don't ask me how I felt next morning.
A little later.
So, of all the places that you've been visiting, you probably have met a lot of people along the way, yeah?
Yeah, actually, when I visit places, you met people, but they will not stay in your life.
Usually, yeah.
Where I met people was in social groups. Like when I arrived here, I was already a member in Internations. It's actually a German organization, but
Okay.
operating worldwide. As an expert, wherever you travel, you have your community,
Nice. Wow.
and it's a really good idea.
Yeah.
When I arrived here, I joined a lot of events. I even had my own group. I had a baking group, so I was baking cakes. And
Nice.
my condo,
You're a good cook, actually. When it comes to cooking and baking, especially, you're awesome.
the setup was that it's a baking class. So people who want
Oh,
to
okay.
learn baking, they come to my place and they watch me baking, but it was also interactive. And while the cake was in the oven, we eat the cake I baked the day before.
Wow,
Sometimes
okay.
the same cake, so we
Oh,
eat
okay,
the
okay.
cake which is still in the oven.
Oh, wow,
yeah.
that's really clever. I
And
like
it was
that.
really great. But this COVID time was really kick in the ass
Yeah, it was.
because my condo didn't allow visitors anymore.
Oh,
And
yeah,
this was
it sucks.
based on my home, my condo.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So yeah, but this was one group. I still go there sometimes, but it didn't really recover after
Oh,
COVID.
really? That's a
Yeah,
shame.
it's
That sucks.
really sad. It was really great because they didn't have only events you join. They all also had they organized trips to nice places like Fortune Islands here in Nasuku Bay. It's really great. Internations was one, and the other was couch surfing.
Yeah, I know about that one.
Couchsurfing.com
Yeah.
is actually a website for travelers, accommodations for free, and get in contact with locals. And it's a great thing. And in Manila, they have a group. They meet every Thursday. They start at 9 p.m. and it's going till next morning.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a
Must
bit
be a lot of
challenging.
fun.
Yeah.
That's true, though.
So
Yeah.
they also organized a Christmas event. So when I just arrived 6 weeks later, I had a very nice time with the Christmas event. So these were the two most groups, and then later the motorcycle groups. Yeah, sure. When you go out, you also meet people. So
Philippines is a really great country to meet new people because people here are so friendly. And when it comes to us being foreigners here, so many people like to talk to us. It's very easy to just get to start talking to like a random stranger, and they're gonna be usually on average they're going to be very open to start talking to you.
last weekend I was at a beach, and when I from the place I have been, when I went to the other side and I passed by everywhere they are barbecuing and sitting together. They invited me to have a drink with them.
That's cool.
When I go to the Daranak Falls, which is 2 hours from here, when I go there alone, always people talk to me and invite me for food, for anything.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. They are
Welcome to
really,
the Philippines.
Yes, you really feel very welcome.
Welcome,
here.
yeah.
Really welcome.
Yeah.
It's curiosity, and there are many other reasons why do they want to get in contact with them, and what is their motivation, why are they positive to foreigners. That's really a whole story, and
Yeah.
very different reasons.
Yeah, well,
about
actually,
it.
I've spoken to some people about that, and the reasoning behind that, especially when it comes to interacting with Westerners like us, is that a lot of Filipinos, for better or worse, a lot of people here they tend to kind of aspire to have the kind of lifestyle that they think of when they think of foreigners. When they think of Westerners, it's kind of like the impression that they have when they think of Westerners. They see the kind of lifestyle that Westerners here in the Philippines have, plus also from media, from movies and shows and stuff like that. They think of a certain kind of association. They feel kind of welcoming to Westerners based on that. A
I
large
think
part
it's
at
kind
least.
of the keyword is maybe admiring and
Admiring, yeah, for sure.
desire. Like when you see a rock star or a star in movie star,
Yeah.
you are attracted. Yeah.
Yeah, my
you think like
father-in-law-
he made it. Yeah.
My father-in-law was saying that I'm going to be a rock star when I come here. That's exactly what he said.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they really admire the Western people, and actually the people who from other countries who live here are probably not the average in
Oh,
their
that's
country.
true. Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
that's another point.
Good point. Yeah.
People who work here, the expats, sure, they are not average.
Sure, yeah, they're able to. They have the means and the ability, and the mindset and the drive, the willingness to explore, the willingness to have be more open to different kinds of lifestyles, the openness to experience different cultures, not be so close-minded. Because every country they have people that are close-minded, people that are living in their own bubbles in their own little comfort zones, and they don't like to step out of that comfort zone. But expats that choose to live in a completely different environment, obviously they're not part of that crew. They're not. They don't have that kind of a mindset. And if you're going to be the kind of person that's more open-minded to experiencing different cultures and different lifestyles, then people are going to be more open to you, especially if you yourself choose to, you know, call this place your home, right? Then people here are going to be more open to you, because a lot of people here, they will appreciate you accepting this country as your homeland, basically, as your new home.
Yeah.
So it kind of goes both ways that way.
But it's also that everyone, every culture, every nation has its pros and cons,
Sure, of course.
weakness and strengths.
Definitely.
And I guess they know more about the strength, the good things about
Yeah.
foreigners, and
Yeah,
less,
media plays into that a lot.
yes, and less about the bad part.
Right.
The Filipinos also have good and bad parts.
Yeah, of course.
And when they are in contact with a foreigner, they only see the good parts. And
Rose tinted glasses, it's called.
Yeah, yes.
Rose.
Like,
Yeah, have you ever heard that term before?
yes, we also have in Germany.
Oh, okay.
Rosa rote Brille.
Okay.
The pink glasses.
Yeah, it's like that, right?
So they kind of replace the bad things, or the bad attitudes of the Philippines with the good in Germany. But that's not, or foreigners.
Sure, yeah.
But that's not how it works.
Right.
A foreigner also has the bad attitudes. There are very good reasons and real reasons which speak for foreigners. I just saw an article in the Philippine newspaper, online newspaper, that 10% who are pregnant are teenager. Yeah. So there are a lot of single moms here.
Yeah.
And the Filipino men usually don't like a girl who has already a kid.
Yeah, like Americans, for example, they're less against it. Of course, you know, men from any country generally, they're not going to be too, you know, excited about that on average. But like Filipinos, you're right. They're less likely to be open to a woman who already has children.
Also, the Filipinos, they think that from foreigners you can learn, you can improve. As I said, there are good and bad everywhere.
Sure, yeah.
So that's not the whole truth. But they consider that a foreigner will have a good influence. They can learn from them, have a good time with them, they get new ideas, whatever. So they see the good part of the foreigners.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the reasons for that is because most of the foreigners that come here have a lot more, on average, have a lot more world experience. Because, you know, obviously, you know, we have experience from wherever we're from, and now we have experience to bring here, right?
Yes.
But vast majority of the people who live here, they haven't been outside of the Philippines much, unless they were like OFWs, you know, overseas Filipino workers, or you know, if they're one of the lucky relatively few that had a chance to travel to other places. But most people that I speak to that are from here, most Filipinos, they hardly have traveled around the Philippines as much as I have.
Exactly, yeah.
So
That's another good point. They also like to, from a foreigner who knows more of the world,
yeah, that's what it
to
is,
get his stories and know about other countries through them. That's a good point.
Yeah, and also to learn whether or not, you know, the countries we're from is really like whatever their impression is, because unfortunately, like for me, you know, being an American, a lot of Filipinos, they have a certain view of the United States, and I have to kind of, you know, burst their bubble a little bit. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, as a lot of them think it is. First time I came to the Philippines was, you know, to get married, essentially. So how about you? Have you had any kind of exciting events when it comes to that? You were talking about different events. We were talking about single moms. So combine the two together. Have you had any kind of luck with dating over here? How's the dating life in the Philippines for you?
That's another approach.
That's another approach.
to get
yeah.
married.
Yeah.
Actually, not up to date anymore because I'm in a relationship since nearly 5 years.
Oh yeah.
But I was able to enjoy the life when I came here before COVID. It was a big, made a big difference. So it was about 1.5 years. And at this time, I really had a lot of experience, not only about meeting someone, it's really life experience. And you really get to know the culture, you get to know their thinking and their desire and what they want, what they don't want. For me, the most motivation was to explore the culture and to get experiences, life experience. And no matter what happened, and a lot of time nothing happened, it was all good because it was a life experience. A dating app is actually a very efficient way and it's very flexible, so you can use it anytime. But you need some experience.
So
And this,
online dating basically is the way to go, you would say, yeah?
yes, it's yeah. For me, dating is online dating. I
Sure,
mean,
yes.
sure, you can meet someone somewhere, everywhere, but this is less happening. You
Too
have to
naive,
use
yeah.
your common sense and
Sure, yeah.
go slowly and learn.
Take
And
experience.
yes, you must really learn later when you discover what happens. Then you get to know, you get your experiences, and then next time you know already. These are the signs. That means if I get this and this message or this and this question, that means this person thinks like that. So
Okay, yeah.
you must be really careful and learn, and it takes a lot time to communicate
Sure, it takes patience.
and be very open to whatever happens. If you only have one goal, you will be maybe often disappointed. But if your goal is just to have life experience and to enjoy whatever happens, then it's good. I would say that the time when I arrived here, the next, let's say, 1.5 years, it was like in my 20s. I actually have the feeling here, every year I get younger.
That's actually one of the best things over here. Is that also like I'm in my 40s now, but people around me are a lot younger than me on average, and kind of like makes me feel more rejuvenated myself too. Juergen here, he's not in his 40s anymore.
Yeah, malapit na. Means nearly.
Yeah, nearly.
Actually, that's a really amazing thing here, and I needed years to really believe it's true.
Yeah, you have to feel it.
That,
Yeah, after a
that
while.
age doesn't matter
Sure,
much
yeah.
or nearly nothing. Sure, they also see someone is young or middle or
Sure.
older. They are not blind, but it has another meaning here.
Sure.
They are more respectful to older, but it's not like in other countries. When you are older, you are like a used device, and someone wants a new. Oh, that is already used
This
up.
device. Oh my
Used
god.
up.
Wow.
You know that is a different thinking. When you are older, they see more. You are the good things. You are mature. You know what you want. You can lead. You can make someone happy. You have life experiences. They don't see you are old
Yeah, that's true. Right.
like in other
I agree. Yeah.
cultures,
Yeah. I noticed that too.
including Germany.
Yeah.
And that means
Most
that
places. Yeah.
everywhere you don't feel your age. You a good example, except not related to dating. In this NMAX club, they were around 30, in their 30s, and I was nearly 60. And I was like one of them. There was no question about age. And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are sitting with them, you are drinking, you are talking, and
cool.
then they like you. There is age is no matter
Yeah.
at all. And this is a very big difference. If you feel your age and if someone like point on your age, here age
Yeah.
really doesn't matter. It's
Right.
And I say it in positive words.
It's more about how much experience you have
Yeah.
than about how old you are.
It's more about your personality.
True too. Yeah.
What the Filipinos really like is when someone is funny.
Yeah, that's a big help.
That is a very big thing, and
Sure.
not too serious.
Yeah.
And creative and flexible.
Flexible is important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So more your personality counts.
how
and
much positive
they,
energy you have.
energy and how they feel with you. And the age really is not important. If they feel good with you,
There's a saying, age is just a number. I've been hearing it, most of my life. But I would say that here in the Philippines, it's more true than other places. That
Yes.
age really is just a number, and it's about your personality and how much energy and how much life force that you still have inside you. That's
Exactly.
what matters a lot more.
yes, exactly. And I really didn't. I took long time. I thought like at the beginning I thought, okay, they tell you age doesn't matter, but actually they think, you are older, your life is better. But that is not the main thing. The main thing is how they feel with you,
Yeah.
and that is really great. Warm-hearted country, and you feel really good.
Yeah.
It's really amazing.
I noticed that girls here are more open to dating guys outside of their age range. It's something that doesn't really block them. Like for example, when a girl gets approached by an older man, there's not like an automatic wall where you're in a different
That's
category.
a good expression, automatic wall. This automatic, like
Yeah,
this
right.
trick in your mind.
Exactly.
This is in my country and in many others probably.
Exactly.
And that does exist
That's what I'm
here.
talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one of the things that makes the Philippines is a lot more open and friendly and accepting country overall. And dating is definitely a big part of it. I'm definitely not talking from personal experience, me being married and all, but Juergen here has had the fortunes of experiencing some of the fruits of this country, let's just say. And that is really a beautiful thing.
A lot even look for older, much older.
I noticed that, yeah.
And there are certain reasons. And I don't like the stereotype, they look for someone who has more money or so.
It's not like they're
It's
looking for
more-
sugar daddy. It's not like a sugar daddy
No,
thing.
it's more behind. But
Girls often like a mature man. They don't like an immature kid. They want somebody with more experience, more maturity, and wider range of interests that sometimes an older man would bring to a relationship. So that's one of the reasons why girls are more interested.
Also emotional wise, how their reaction is. They really often look for older. And I had one very funny story or experience. A girl, very young, I asked her why she is interested in me. I'm much older. And she says, I like to be with an older guy because I don't want to have much sex.
No way.
So I thought an older guy is okay with less sex. But you are different. So it was really funny. I mean, what I said, I really like life experiences. I don't only enjoy and take what I get. I like to understand why people are doing that. Why do they want this? So I often ask, why do you like an older guy? Or why do you want this or that? Or why do you don't want this or that? So it was really very, very much life experience here. It was really, really
Living in the
great.
Philippines is like a whole new chapter on experiencing life, you could say. Well, I guess on that, we can put a pause on this topic, and we'll close out this video right here. In the next episode, we're going to be continuing conversation about our lives here in the Philippines and about the day-to-day living and lifestyle and
Day-to-day dating.
day-to-day dating. Yeah, we'll definitely be talking about dating some more. Well, especially Juergen. Me, I could talk about my dating life with my wife and the kinds of things that we've been experiencing. But we will also be talking about things like cost of living, about visas, about being a foreigner here in the Philippines in general, as far as being able to stay here as a permanent expat. Because one thing is to travel to the Philippines, and then another thing is to live here as a permanent expat. It's a whole different
Exactly.
ballpark. So we'll still have a whole lot of things to talk about. But this is actually where we're going to be closing out this video. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already.
And to mine.
And to Juergen, yes, the channel is Enjoy Life in the Philippines.
And you will find it when you search for Juergen from Germany in one word.
Juergen from Germany with a J, by the way. Spelled with a J.
Yeah, sure.
Obviously, how else can you spell Juergen? Right. So anyway, I hope that you guys will always take care of yourselves and each other, and of course, keep looking out for more fun and exciting videos coming at you from the Time Lapse Traveler and Enjoy Life in the
Juergen from
Philippines.
Germany.
Juergen from Germany.
Okay.
See you in the
See
next
you.
one where we continue this story. Cheers.
Just then.
Oh my God, look at this. George and Lucy are here.
Hello.
Juicy vlog.
Yeah.
And the little boy, oh my God.
Oh, 2 years old now.
Wow, man,
Time
he's
flies.
really growing.
Yeah.
Last time I saw you, wow, how many years has it been?
I reckon like 2019 maybe.
Yeah, it was
2020.
before the pandemic,
I
right?
think it was before. Yeah.
Oh my God, things have changed
Yeah.
since
Have
then.
you been here the whole time?
The whole time, yeah. Well, my wife and I live here at
so
BGC,
you
yeah.
Still stay
Actually, like later this week is going to be our 5-year anniversary living in the
nice.
Philippines.
Congrats.
That's when you came here also, no?
Yeah.
About 5
yeah,
years
yeah,
ago?
Yeah, we've been here only for a few days. We landed last week, and then we're here for like a nice trip. Lucy's parents coming over.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. My friend Juergen. This is
Hi.
George.
How are you?
George and his wife are part of the Juicy vlog. They are big time vloggers over here. I met them actually when
Oh, it's a
we
vlogger
first-
meeting, huh?
Yeah, it's a vlogger meeting. He's also a
I'm
vlogger.
the
Yeah.
junior.
Oh, nice,
Even I don't
that's
look
good.
like.
Nice. So you're still making content, and you're still.
Yeah, actually, I have a second channel now. I started a food vlog now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because my original channel is about too many different topics.
Sure.
Like
sure.
it's been about travel, about electric scooters, about my wife, and like so many things.
Yeah.
But now it's like strictly food vlog. Right now, this video right now is not about food. It's about life experience in the Philippines. So
Amazing,
it's on my
yeah.
original channel.
Wow, cool. Okay, yeah. So,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
More, so we're right at the top of the high street. So we're super central, and then we just got a couple of nights.
Oh,
End
okay.
of this week, we head out to Palawan.
Nice. Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
For how long?
So we've got I think we're doing Coron and El Nido, and then we've got then we go to Boracay, and then Cebu.
Perfect.
So we're traveling around. Internal flights are so easy. Cebu, Pacific, AirAsia, like some of the airlines are so easy. Website called Skyscanner.
Yeah,
I heard of that.
think I know
Find the
that.
cheapest flights, choose your time.
And accommodation, you already booked everything, or only the first 2 nights, and then you check there?
Because we have our son now, we book a little bit more because we have to be more
3 nights instead of 2.
Exactly. Less spontaneous. But back before we'd book maybe just 1 night ahead and we just arrive and then see what happens. you know.
exactly.
Very, very easy. It's Airbnb everywhere.
You have suitcase or backpack?
Suitcase now. I mean, back in the day,
You
back
see?
in the day, backpack.
Times change.
It's all
Yeah.
changed. It's all
Changed,
changed. Yeah. But it's great. If you want to travel to the Philippines, it's the best. You can't beat it.
All right, man.
But really good to see
All
you.
right, nice meeting you, too, man. Nice
good
seeing
to see
you.
you again.
You lost a lot of
Okay,
weight, by the way.
enjoy.
Oh, really? I've been in the gym a little.
Yeah, I could see
Thanks
it.
for
Yeah,
noticing.
very
Appreciate
noticeable.
it.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it.
Very nice seeing you,
Nice
dude.
you too.
So yeah, that was George, George and Lucy in the
Nice
background
guy.
from the Juicy vlog. Definitely check out their channel. That's going to be in the description, by the way.
Did you try him? Why is juicy?
Well, because oh my God, because it's George and Lucy, Juicy.
Ah.
Yeah, that's why it's called Juicy vlog. Mostly about travel and their lifestyle, also about exploring life generally. But they've been stationed in the Philippines for a while, and really, you know what? You cannot find a better, more loving, more friendly couple. Really, the best quality people that I've met
They
in a
are-
long time.
In other words, they are good examples.
They're a good example of foreigners living here in the Philippines. Yeah.